AM 560, The Answer.
Squirrel, there was a time. Let me tell you something, kid. Before we knew, he was a babysitter like a Chicago public school teacher. This used to just get you started. Owen, Willowbrook.
Hi, Shaun. Whenever I hear that pants-wearing communist speak, she makes me want to go into convulsions. And the thing that really gets me about it, what nobody ever talked about and got buried, was her deal with Uranium One with Russia. I mean, how the hell? That's just unbelievable. And
Well, I mean, no, that's treason, Owen. That's not.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's treason. But it's government,
treason, and
it's
it never gets
Democrat-protected treason under Barack Obama, who likes a woman with a big foot. He likes a masculine woman.
It's just amazing, man. And as far as your daughter, Chelsea, it looks like she had it with Alfred E. Newman from Mad Magazine.
Oh, that poor thing, though. It's not her fault. Those two species were never meant to reproduce. It's like a puggle. You don't take a bug and a beagle and you expect the puppy to be cute. Now, I had a puggle. Loyal, but stupid, just like Chelsea. Thank you very much, Owen.
Thank you.
Good dog. Bella. Little short legs, bad attitude. She killed at least 3 animals in the backyard. Never ratted on you, though. Like Chelsea. Chelsea, did you know Maxwell? Did you know Epstein? What'd your daddy? What did he take you to? Did he take you there on one of his many visits? Arnie, St. Charles.
Hey, Shaun, how are you?
Wonderful.
You're the only guy I trust, and I just have a question. This Ilian and Waltz, these criminals, obviously, they're horrible criminals. They got all this evidence on all this up there, $17 billion. Why has no one gone to jail?
Well, wait a minute. Maybe, a lot of people work. They're not like me, right? I'm a junkie. I don't watch sports. When I go back to the house, when I'm out walking on the beach, I'm looking at the news, right? So maybe not everybody knows this. But when you layer the corruption in the prosecutors, in the judges, when the corruption stems from the politician themselves who facilitate the policy to benefit the corrupter, well, then you've got it locked up. It's airtight. So I'm going to play you something not a lot of people knew. Perhaps not everybody knows. Even in Minnesota, when juries convicted the Somalian thieving pirate bastards that stole our money, the judges that they bribed let them out.
The Minnesota judge who tossed out a jury's guilty verdict in a fraud case is not the only judge in Hennepin County who had problems with the state's case. I broke this story that went national a couple weeks ago. Judge Sarah West acquitted Abdi Fattah Youssef 3 months after a jury found him guilty in a $7.2 million home health care fraud scheme.
So let's just put a pin in it right there, Arnie. So a jury of his peers, guilty, you thieving Somalian rat pig pirate. Guilty! Throw him to the gallows. The judge, all sexually frustrated with that fat that starts at her upper thigh and just goes to her nipples, says, no, I'm a Democrat, and I protect the thief. And by the way, Arnie, she's not the only slob Democrat judge, female, sexually frustrated, banned from all lumber yards.
Since then, I've found that another judge, Amber Brennan, dismissed charges against Youssef's wife before it reached trial, and a third judge, Hillary Caligiuri, dismissed charges against another co-defendant. In that case, Caligiuri said the state had very little evidence. Judge West's ruling relies on a review standard for cases that rely heavily on circumstantial evidence with wording that is unique to Minnesota. It says that the evidence has to be inconsistent with any other reasonable hypothesis.
So see, when you have layers, when you've made 19 billion, that's 19,000 million. 19,000 million is what they stole. There's enough to buy a couple of sexually frustrated wood softeners in robes.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant. And you start with the ugly ones. They're cheaper. It's like a tavern. The ugly ones are always cheaper. David Lansing.
Shaun, I enjoyed your last guest.
Oh, thank you.
Hans von Spakovsky, a former Federal Elections Commission member, said that billionaire Mark Zuckerberg and the $400 million he donated through these fraudulent, front groups, he influenced 2,500 counties in 49 states and, quote, violated fundamental principles of equal treatment of voters since it may have led to unequal opportunities
David,
to vote in.
I'm going to do this. I had it done years ago, but I didn't have my own show. I used to fill in. After Donald Trump shocked that Duchess of Chafington, the most unlikable woman on the planet next to Kamala Harris, you want to talk about having to put liverwurst behind her ears to get dogs to come up to her. It's Hillary Clinton. Nobody liked that slob of a broad, right? So after Donald Trump shocks the world in 2016, all these Democrat congressmen, they brought up all the guys from Twitter, from asshat known as Facebook. They brought up everybody who had a social media company, and they said, why didn't you stop the information from getting out? Why didn't you? After all, they had all the media. And they sent a message that if you want to stay afloat, Zuckerberg, you want your asshat, if you want your Twitter, if you want this, that, and the other thing, then you will censor the information. So this goes back to 2016 when the corrupt Democrat Congress threatened, intimidated, and extorted the social media companies to work lockstep so that they could steal 2020. So I wish Zuckerberg, and the case he's facing, that's not an accident, that case. That case where the kid, I'm depressed and I ruin my life with Instagram, and win, lose, or draw, that's a message to Zuckerberg. But pay this, if that kid wins because she's depressed because of social media, then every bust-out degenerate gambler, sue Heidner, because you're broke because of his video poker. It's the same thing. So hope he wins. I hope you win, dizzy bimbo, asset of government. 312-642-5600.
He's Shaun Thompson.
Hello, Mr. Thompson.
And this is the Shaun Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.